Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. We appreciate your viewership. Let's get started with our weather, brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard, and hard-working crew taking care of our everyday comfort needs. And been hot. The month of July has been hot. Can you believe today is the first day of August, and 2024 is over halfway finished. That's crazy, isn't it? So time moves on. Don't wait on anyone. Let's take a look at the river reading brought to us by Panama City Coca-Cola. The Apalachicola Bluntstown is 7.2, very steady, and the Choctaw Carabelle is 6.6. They're very close, and it went up with the rain. Now it's supposed to be dropping out for the weekend. Looking at our temperature, though, air temperature is high at 92. Talking about being hot. Low of 81. Water temperature remains at 88. Take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. August the 1st. Good strong tide today and all through the weekend, but go ahead and look at next weekend. You're talking about some flat tides all month. The flattest tides all month is next weekend, so you might want to plan accordingly. High tide this morning is 8:03, and low tide is 7:12 tonight. Good strong tides. Wind be coming out of the west about 5 to 10. And always be looking out for those afternoon thunderstorms, and I still marvel at the lightning and just striking anywhere at any time in the summertime. It always has fascinated me since I was a kid. I remember jumping at the thunder, but I don't jump anymore, but I still marvel at it. Just lightning, it seems like out of clear blue sky. So just be careful out there in the outdoors. And we've been very fortunate lately. Haven't had any lightning strikes, so we want to keep it that way. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Now, Flounder Gig is in full swing, and some folks out there doing it. I've heard some good reports and heard some bad reports. Is that not fishing? Some people are getting them, some people aren't. I always like to take a look at Joe Eddy. He's in a top 2 percentile, maybe top 1 percentile. He's good about posting some little, we got to get it set up. He's good about posting some videos, and they're real short, and we get on them pretty quick. Let me see. I should have done this during the break. Jeff and I were talking. We got it there, Jeff? Okay. Here we go. All right, here we go. So he sees one. Look, this is in the rocks. So, it's not flat sand. This is interesting. They're hard to get when they're in the rocks because they're just don't have a good angle. So you see the lights on the trolling motor. I mean, he's got it. There's the dog. I got to get the dog's name because he's a big supporter of Joe. You see him moving around? This is interesting. Okay, and okay. He got him. Watch the dog on this one. This is funny. He pulls him. Is that not funny? He pulls him off. Okay. So he moves on, and okay, so let me go, let's see, he's got a couple of them here. I'm going to go to another one. He's got 2 or 3 of them. Okay, so he gets back in the sand and gets focused up here. This is a good, clean shot. Did y'all see it? I didn't either. He's got 5 lights on the rig there. That's really the way to go now. Just go ahead and put it on the, okay, let's go to this one right here. This is another one. It's got a little bit of rocks in it. I don't see him. He gets another one here. I'm trying to find it. I see it. Y'all see it? Wait, that may not be it. That's the thing about it when you... Yep, that was it. That's what I thought. Looks easy, don't it? I don't count hours and hours where you don't see one. But Joe's been good about... He's trying to get that one. That's funny. I think, let's see, we got one more, I think. Let me see. We got one more here. Okay, let's check this one out. Oh, this was a gator. Check this out. Little baby gator. The dog don't know what to think about that gator. You got it. Okay, look at it. They're out of nighttime. That little baby gator can grow to be a big gator. So anyway, just wanted to just quick floundering, and I wanted to get some things, show you that. So I've got all kind of pictures, but again, Flounder Gig is in full swing in the summertime, and always a lot of good things going on with it. This is a good story here. I want to start with this from some folks up here in Jackson County. Alan Chase, and talking about going on trips and all with people and with friends and family. Alan went for his first fly rod fishing up there in Cherokee, North Carolina, which is where a lot of us started up in that area. We camped at Yogi Bear Campground and fished the streams that went through. I've been in the same area about 12 years, and we had a great time. We saw elk grazing and anyway, he caught his first trout on a fly rod, and it was really interesting. The next to last sentence, I had a neat experience with an osprey trying to take our fish. Lots of laughs and fish tales to be told. Michael saved a young kid from drowning. God had us in the right place at the right time. So here's some of the pictures. Okay, here's the first trout right here. Nice. It's always special. Beautiful place up there. Summertime. So they had a great time. Look at all those fish. You're talking about having a fish fry. Check that out. And well, how about a fish fry? That looks good, don't it? Beautiful area. This time of year, we'd always go up there the first week of August, our vacations as a kid. Look at there. And we never saw elk when we were up there. So, and then real quick, let's jump down to Carabel. Captain Kim sent this to me. The Ashlock family. It was, technology is amazing at times. Here we go. The Ashlock family, right here. Zebby, Jamie, Candace, Madeline, and Cecilia Ashlock, they were doing some good fishing, and check this out. A big old red snapper. There's been some nice red snapper being caught. Okay, so that's good, from a rainbow trout up there in the mountains to a big old snapper here in the Gulf. All Panhandle folks fishing all over. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I want to show you a quick video off the pier. My son Chip and his wife Jill went out there the other day. It was the last day of the summer for the teacher. Jill's a teacher, so they just went out on the pier. And he sent me this video. He's talking about this guy was acting crazy, and I muted the sound because the guy came up in a jet ski just cussing at folks. And obviously what had happened, well, I'm going to show it 2 times. Here it is right here. They're on the pier, and this guy comes up with his jet ski, and he's got his kids on the back, and he's hollering and screaming and cussing at the people at the pier and threatening them that he's going to come back and he said some bad words to them. And somebody, I think he assumed that somebody on the pier was fishing and threw the lure or something at his kids, which I don't know. I just can't picture a fisherman doing that. But he went, Chip said he was hollering and screaming. There was some good fishing at the time going on. He scared all them away. And I'll just show it again real quick, but he just come out of nowhere, and it just, I show this just, you know, folks, we gotta have more patience with our fellow man, and don't act like this. And it seems like sometimes it brings out the worst in people, some incidents like that. So anyway, just want to share that with you. So let's go to something more positive now. I don't like to show ugly things like that, but in reality, those things do happen. So be careful out there, be gracious, and just be a good neighbor and good friend. So, all right, let's go to ICAST video. We were, Mason and I went to the ICAST, and normally I just do one big show off of it. This time I decided to do it in segments, like 5 or 6 minute segments each time. So I got a couple of days worth of 5 or 6 minute segments. You saw one the other day before yesterday, and this one, this is a good one here, and this is about 5 minutes and so, and then I've got 1 or 2 more coming up. So this is part of the ICAST. So Jeff, let's roll this. Good morning, folks. Panhandle Outdoors. We're down here in Orlando at the Civic Center. This is ICAST 2024. Mason is with me. We're having the best time. There's so many places. We've looked at some of them, but there's so many. We're going to just do some videos, some spots, some interviews, and whatever. But this place is amazing. So, Mason, let's head on down this way. Folks, you know, you walk around here, you just run into all kind of people, and somebody said, "Wait, hey, Coach, Drew Benton.
How you doing?
Man, it's so good to see you."
You too. It's been a while.
It has been. We keep up with you on the show all the time. I tell people, you know, I show pictures of you doing it, and also, how's your year been?
It's been good. You know, I'm somewhere in the 20s in points going into the last two events. The goal every season is to make the Bassmaster Classic, and if we don't drop the ball too bad up north, I think we got that made, and so it's been good.
Drew, you're a local legend because people always talk about Drew Benton fishing. You know? They're so proud of you. You do all kinds of outdoors.
Yeah, actually, before I come down here, we stopped at the farm in Georgia, put some more peas in the ground, fed some deer. That's really, you know, my number one passion is deer hunting and, you know, taking care of properties. I actually started a little side business. I'm selling blinds, taking care of properties, doing custom food plots, consulting on properties. I do that a little bit in my downtime too now, so it kind of keeps me busy. I do a little bit of fishing and a lot of hunting.
Oh, I love that. Well, when you get time, we'll come take time out, come on Panhandle Outdoors, and we'll share all this with you. Man, it's always good running into you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Take care. We'll see you coming on the show soon.
All right, sounds good.
All right, buddy. Drew Benton. These are the first folks I was looking for when I got here. Just before I leave, I run into them. You recognize Carter and Fred. Good to see y'all.
Good to see you too, Coach.
First, congratulations on Team of the Year.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Carter did most of the work.
I know better than that. So
He's leading me around now.
I know you make the power pole people happy.
Absolutely. I mean, we've been supporting their stuff. If you're paying over here, look, they got a 110-inch power pole for your offshore boats, and then they got shafts all the way down to kayak size now. So they got it all covered. And then this is a new thing. Power pole won awarded ICAST for this, but what it is it's one pump that controls both poles at the same time. And it's really important because it makes more room in your boat. You're only dealing with one pump, and it makes just the whole process a lot more simple. So what you do is you got foot pedals here, and you just hit it one time. Both poles go down at the same time.
Off of one pump.
And then you hit it up, they go up at the same time. And the biggest thing is, when you look at this pump, the way it mounts for guys that are installing this, it's got a new mounting system that's real easy. It's spring loaded. So if you do have a problem with your pump, you can pull the whole pump out just by a spring. And then also it's got a release valve. So in the past when your pole got, if you had an issue, you got a release valve, you can pull it up without having to undo a line or anything like that. It's real simple to operate. So, that's really changed my boat because I fish out of small boats. It's got more room.
Way more quieter.
Yeah. You only got one pump moving. And you got the power pole move trolling motor they got going over here behind you.
What is it right here?
That's the new power pole move trolling motor.
Okay, what does it do?
Man, it's second to none. So all you do is you got a remote right here, and I mean it's simple. If you get close to that motor, you can't even hear it steering. There's no noise at all.
And that's the one you've been telling me about.
Yeah. And I mean,
Awesome.
it's super powerful.
What do you think about it, Carter?
It is definitely the most quietest trolling motor out there, and you can get up so much closer to these fish, almost like we were in Louisiana a few weeks ago. You're like dropping down to these redfish.
Just coming right up
so
to
much
those.
closer to them.
And it's also strong. I mean, it doesn't blow out like some of the other trolling motors. It'll pull you over mud and stuff that you need to get into shallow water.
And this coming from our very own Fred and Carter, Team of the Year. So they're out there.
It's good to see y'all. Glad y'all came by.
Thank you, Coach.
Good to see you, buddy.
You too.
All right.
And then when I moved up to Nashville, I wanted to learn how to bass fish, but nobody in my family did it. So I started watching you on YouTube, and like obviously it's entertaining to watch and stuff, but like you taught me so much about bass fishing and inspired me to do a lot. So I just want to tell you thank you for that.
Thank you, Mason. Appreciate it,
sir.
man.
Keep it up.
Freshman, sophomore?
I just finished up my freshman year, so I'm going into sophomore year.
Good.
Yeah. Hey, it was awesome to meet you, man.
All right, man. Listen, Scott, I want to thank you as a granddad for getting him so excited about bass fishing. He's just crazy about it.
Thank you.
So, congratulations on what you've done and made a career, how you helped so many people and all the things you do.
I appreciate that very much. That means so much to me. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Scott. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. It was a grand time. There's so many folks down there. You've heard me talk about it last week or two, and got, like I say, well, just really some really good time. So let's move on now. Take a look at talking about good times. Let's look at our fishing and game time brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers, George Duran and hardworking staff there. If you haven't been to Blue Water lately, just go in there. It's amazing at the stuff they have. It's just wall to wall, not just the fishing stuff, the clothing and the shoes, and they sell a little bit of everything. So let's go ahead and look at our time. 9:30 to 11:30 this morning, and this is not tonight. 9:59 to 11:59. Let's say from 10 to 12 tonight. Okay, I've got a couple more pictures and all to catch up with. Jerry Forehand, he's been on the show before over east side of town. It's great to have so many outdoorsmen that have good feedback with them. I know a lot of y'all enjoyed having Mike Edwards on yesterday, and what an outdoorsman, doing the things he does in outdoors, and I just appreciate him. And Jerry Forehand, and I talk to folks all the time, all around the Panhandle area, and get good reports. And so here we go. This is interesting. He fished. Let me turn this. Well, it's still going to be. All right, fished Saturday while dodging rainstorms off the Cape with my buddy Steve Johnson. Kept 3 red snapper, 10 beeliners, 10 lane snappers, 5 white snappers, 5 pogies, and 2, I forget what it was, but anyway, and I texted him back. I said, that's a great trip for just 2 fishermen. And stop and think, folks, that's 2 guys fishing, and they did real well. Good job there. So. I always enjoy doing it. Let me go back to, this is a little funny here. My Florida dream, what I read, my dream boat, what I want, then my Florida budget. and we can identify with that. We've seen this picture of this ladder before, and there's no way that you'd pay me to get on something like that. So anyway, I've got a whole group of pictures, and I wanted to, we're talking about frog legs, frog gigging this time of year, and just catching frogs or gigging, however we saw my great nephew jumping on the bank and catch one the other day. So I started thinking about frog legs. I really haven't eaten any frog legs lately. We used to eat some, I won't say regular, but we used to eat some every now and then. But I always want to think about outdoor food and all, to think about the nutrition value, because I've always been, I always read a nutritional chart on everything, cereal and all. I've always done that. I just always thought it was intriguing. So I looked up frog legs. Here it is, frog leg nutrition. Okay, 1 frog leg, it has 33 calories. Look here, they don't have anything in it. It has a little bit of cholesterol. I was wondering, where in the world to get cholesterol from on a frog? And sodium, I don't know. And it has a little bit of iron in it. No caffeine, a little bit of potassium. So anyway, so you can, if you go frog gigging, you can pretty well eat as many as you want and not worry about your diet and all. So okay, a little announcement. This is interesting now. When you get an executive order from the FWC, I mean, there's something going on. So FWC issues executive order modifying the Gulf Greater Amberjack recreation season opening to September. It was supposed to open today, okay? It was previously scheduled to open today. Now, still will go through October 31st of 2024. So, when you get these things, this is a reaction they're getting from their marine biologists and their people in the field and fishermen, all the time. Obviously, there's having some problems with the amberjack population. I started thinking about it last night. You could almost say the same thing. I could say almost the same thing about the king mackerel, because remember the last couple of years, from the Sea Quarters tournament to the NBARA, the size of these king mackerels and a number of them being brought in has done this. We talked about we'd catch 45 and some 50 pounders every year down in Carabel. And you saw the winter this past year was like 27 pounds, I believe, and the winter over here in Mexico Beach last week was, I want to say, 23 pounds. And that tells you something. And I've talked to fishermen like myself that go out really all the time. Then I've talked to some who just go out part of the time, and they're saying the same thing. They're not catching the king mackerel that they have. Same, of course, we know the cobia started like this about 4 years ago, or longer, maybe 5, 6 years ago now, about going down. And then also the wahoo, the same one. So anyway, we've talked about it, and I'm glad to see FWC doing something, but it will open up. Let's close out on this one right here. Kara Frederick sent this to me. She sent me a picture of her son catching this. Look at this. Okay. Bryson Frederick caught this 36-inch redfish bull off the jetties in the pass on Saturday, the catch of his lifetime. Is that not a classic picture right there? So I texted her back and said, hey, have him come on the show and tell about, tell the excitement he felt and about catching a fish like that and how much fun it is. And so we'd like to, she said she's going to get him to come on the show here. So I'd like to share the invitation to y'all. We have some really good, exciting things in outdoors. We deal with real people, and I just love doing the show and talking to folks like that. So got to wrap it up for today. Appreciate the viewership. Y'all do something good today for someone else. Enjoy the great outdoors. Take care of it, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.